ill to drive. Believe it or not, that's the best one to break. See how it's bouncing up and down. You can see the front end there as it goes along.
And what they would hope is a caution will come. They can get to pit road, and you can probably change a right front shock here under caution without losing a lap.
Well, these shocks are so aggressive that more than likely he broke the mount. More than likely he pulled the mount right up out of the roll bar. And here goes Gordy down on the inside looking for the lead.
Jeff Gordon taking Ricky Rudd with him. Remember, Rudd is trying to win his first 500 in 24 starts.
How about the orange number 20 car there? He hadn't been in the picture, pulls right up on the back of Mike Skinner in turn 4, and here he is battling to get in that top 10 and get up there with the leaders.
Robbie Gordon comes underneath him, though. Look at Gordon on the left. He's been very aggressive in his march to the front. Got into the back of Ricky Craven a bit ago. Squirreled Craven up. And keeps coming toward the front. Robbie Gordon riding for Morgan McClure. They've been to victory lane in the 500. That yellow number 4.
I got to believe if I'm driving that 3 car, I fell back to 20th place. I said, Richard, tell me how many laps it takes me to get back to the front. So when the thing comes down like he did at Talladega, you can make those big passes.
Robbie Gordon waving off there. A big wave in the window, that number 4 back at Tony Stewart.
I think it's because he crowded him a little bit when he made that pass.
Well, he has been aggressive. Look at right up here, him get into Ricky Craven.
Oh boy, he got him bad loose. Drove him down on the apron.
Gordon spent a season in NASCAR with Felix Sabates, then started his own team. Now Larry McClure has put the IndyCar veteran behind the wheel of his number 4.
He is a very talented young man. He can drive a race car if they can keep the bit in his mouth. Keep him under control. David F. should be pretty good at that. He's worked with some hotheads before.
Tony Stewart moving to the inside, bringing Joe Nemechek with him in the 33 car, and they're going to make the pass going into turn 3.
I was referring to myself.
But you know, Darrell, it's a whole lot easier to pull that rope than push it.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey Waltrip getting squeezed in the middle.
Man.
And Skinner right down to the apron to try to work past Kurt Busch. 31 is Skinner. Busch got kicked way up high. And Skinner pulls right up on Earnhardt's bumper.
There's such a difference in the way these cars are handling right now. Some can run wide open, some can't. And you're getting that big draft pulling up. The closing rate is really fast when you're in the back there. Somebody's going to run over somebody here before long.
Darrell, turns 1 and 2 are in shade, 3 and 4 in heavy sun. Big difference?
Well, a lot of difference. The thing about the 1 and 2 is we got the wind blowing about 20 miles an hour right down that toward that corner, and we got a headwind up the back, so it bundles them up, boxes them up into 3. Then they all get strung out and they make a big run down toward turn 1.
Chesapeake, Virginia's Ricky Rudd started 30th. Laid in the back of the pack for a while, and now he's up there in 3rd. Or is it 4th as they come across too wide?
Now you can see looking out that windshield, I'd be telling my crew on that stop I need a tear-off pulled away. I need to take a layer of that tear-off so I can see the sun starting to bother me.
Also here in Daytona, at these high speeds, because we're near the beach, the windshield actually gets sandblasted. You can't clean it, but again, that's the reason we run the tear-off, pull off, and it's like a new windshield.
A tear-off, folks, is a piece of Lexan, a thin piece of Lexan that glues to the windshield, and you can pull it off like a tear-off on a helmet, like a dirt track driver would use.
Matt Kenseth, they're going to go under the hood, Steve.
Mike, and they're looking at that right front shock that we said was broken a while ago. Hood up. This is going to cost incredible time for Matt Kenseth in the bid for this 43rd annual Daytona 500. There's not a whole lot they can do right now. They're going to jack up the right side of the car to see if they can get at it, but again, he's dead in the water right now.
As is Dave Blaney, coming down pit road very slowly. One of those Bill Davis Dodges, Ward Burton, is the other.
He's headed toward the pits, so he thinks that maybe they can fix it.
Burton, his teammate, leads. The South Boston, Virginia driver, one of 3 brothers, all did a little bit of racing, and now Ward and Jeff compete in Winston Cup.
Sterling Marlin trying to get his little group together there on the high side in the 40 car.
Matt, what's wrong with Dave Blaney?
He just went down pit road, Mike. His car was silent. Dave came on the radio and said, I think it might have broken the crank. might have broken a crank. I'm not sure. It sounds like something deep in the motor.
Well, that would be the first failure among the 10 Dodges in this race.
Yeah, but they've had the least amount of problems to anybody down here the whole 10 days we've been here. So that's unfortunate for them, and I don't think it's a sign of things to come. That's probably one of those one-off deals.
His teammate, Ward Burton, leads. The soft-spoken outdoorsman from South Boston, Virginia, now loses the lead to Sterling Marlin on the high side, second-generation driver whose dad won a 125-mile qualifier here nearly 3 decades ago.
Well,
and Burton comes back.
We've seen everybody being relatively patient and willing to work together, but we're running out of time.
One more pit stop to go. 137 laps in, 63 to go. Ward Burton leads Jeff Gordon, Sterling Marlin, and Ricky Rudd in the Daytona 500 on Fox.
Sweetie, you can't stay on the phone all day. Honey, it's not normal to talk on the phone that long. Come out of the room. We miss you so much.
The Coca-Cola Racing family's on the phone, and we're picking up the charges. Each time you pick up specially marked Coke, you could win free fan scan in-car audio and could hear drivers and crews talk strategy live on your own phone.
Pumpkin, please get off the phone.
Hi, I'm Michael Waltrip. What are the 5 keys to building a great Winston Cup team? Number 1, find a great sponsor. Number 2, get together a top-notch crew. Number 3, build a really fast car. Number 4, sign up a really fast driver. Number 5, don't let the sponsor make suggestions.
Honey, the one thing I need you to do today is open an Ameritrade account, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Hi, honey. Did you do it?
Yeah. Go to Ameritrade.com. Ameritrade. It's how you get somewhere on Wall Street.
While most Dodge Dakota owners use their truck to haul stuff here and there, a certain forward-thinking California town has found a different use for their Dakota. They use it to haul down speeders. Dodge Dakota. Different. Now get low 0.9 financing on Dodge Dakota.
How could a routine traffic stop land Lois in the slammer?
Hey, Mom, is this a bad time to tell you I got kicked out of shop class?
Malcolm in the Middle, all new at 8:30 tonight.
Strategy, preparation, all up and down pit road. Crews are preparing for what could be the final fuel and tire stop in this Daytona 500. Terry Labonte's in. Mike Wallace was in 2 laps ago. Ward Burton, Sterling Marlin, 2 Dodges and a Ford. Kurt Busch, the rookie from out of the NASCAR Truck Series, likes to go to Major League ballparks on his off weekends. He's not going to have any of those this summer. He's racing Winston Cup.
Boy, look at Ward Burton getting to run up the middle right there, right beside Sterling Marlin coming off turn 4 right there.
Mike Wallace calls that. He's going a lap down right there, and it gave him a little suck on the inside there.
One thing I think everybody needs to pay attention to, a lot of guys that run in the back earlier are flexing their muscle and trying to get to the front. Reason being, this may be their last pit stop coming up, so they need to know what they need to do to their cars to get them just right for the run to the finish. Mike?
Thanks, Jeff. They're going to lap past Terry Labonte, who also just made a green flag pit stop as things cycle through. Sterling Marlin has gone back up front. He's led 31 laps today. Ward Burton has led the most, 44.
Mike, question. Years I've watched this race, here we are, 140 laps, 350 miles into this event, and they're running record speeds out here, but I have never seen them run this fast and double wide this long. It's a remarkable race and so beautifully driven.
It's all due, Ken, to the new aerodynamics package that NASCAR instituted last fall at Talladega. The cars push a bigger hole in the wind, so following cars find it easier to draft up and have a chance to pass. But I don't think anyone expected a race like this.
And I know that it's easy to say it's the aero package, but it takes all your focus, all your concentration, and all that hard working out you did all winter long to sit in there and sit on that hot stove and sweat ice water.
Speaking of sweat, rookie Kurt Busch getting a little lesson from Dale Earnhardt Jr. right up his tailpipe.
Well, there's been a lot of that. Now, these bumpers on these cars will all have to be replaced before they run them again. That's for sure, front and rear.
You know, guys, right now, the crew chief, down there, he's a busy man. We're about 5 to 7 laps before a pit stop. He's the football coach. He gets on the radio with his driver. He said, look, we got one more stop to make. Tell me what you want to do to that race car. Whatever you do, don't get caught speeding down pit road. He gets his pit crew together. He said, guys, this is what we've worked all winter for. One more stop, just a solid stop. No mistakes, no loose lug nuts.
Wow, Dale Earnhardt went in there on the bottom lane in 5th place into turn 1, but he came out in about 10th or 11th place as the lead changes hands again.
Leads back to Burton, and he's bringing Jeff Gordon right with him.
And Kurt Busch, the rookie.
Boy, that kid's driving a whale of a race. He's hanging right in there and doing a whale of a job.
A lot of folks wondered why Jack Roush didn't promote Truck Series champ Greg Biffle to Winston Cup and instead vaulted Kurt Busch up to the senior circuit. And Roush said last winter, it's because Kurt Busch reads a racetrack better than any new driver that I've had, maybe ever.
Man, Tony Stewart just about spun Dale Earnhardt out.
You heard Tony have to back completely out of the throttle.
He jumped out of it. He had a run on Dale. Wasn't quite enough room.
Pit stops coming up in 5 to 7 laps. And before they do, we'll take a pit stop for our Fox Racing coverage. Ward Burton leads Jeff Gordon in the Daytona 500.
Beer is like a natural food product. The fresher it is, the better it tastes. That's why Budweiser has 12 local breweries right here in the United States. So you know our beer will always be fresh.
This Bud's for you. And you and you and you. This Bud's for
At Wendy's, we'd like to make an important announcement. Our honey ham and chicken sandwich is back. With its big whole breast filet, creamy Dijon sauce, and 2 slices of honey ham, it makes a delicious sandwich. And you can thank Dave if you ever see him again. Wendy's honey ham and chicken. It's all the buzz.
I'll take this one.
250 appliances in stock, all at a guaranteed low price. Lowe's, improving home improvement. We'll not only install your new appliance, we'll haul away your old one free. Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Who is the father of Scully's baby?
I wouldn't want this to come between us.
Is it a miracle or a terrifying mystery?
There's something I haven't told you.
I don't believe this. The X-Files. David Duchovny returns in an all-new episode tonight.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is brought to you by Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse. Lowe's, improving home improvement. By Premiere, serious technology, freedom from worry. By Warner Brothers' new motion picture Driven in theaters everywhere this spring. This film is not yet rated. And by Pfizer, where life is our life's work.
Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt may have just bumped coming through the tri-oval. They're now in the back straightaway without further incident.
They may have. They wasn't a may have. They did. Earnhardt's car is going. It looks like it's been running Martinsville. He's got every corner on that thing beat up. How did anybody cut him a lot of slack today?
Let's show you what happened 1 lap ago.
He gets a rundown on the inside there. Gordo doesn't want to let him go, but
I'm going. Look, did you see him work that wheel?
He was a busy man in there.
Man, oh man.
Look through the windshield.
Watch his hands right here. Run 190 mile an hour coming through here.
Yeah, this is like bumping in the parking lot.
Gordon just braced like he knew it was coming.
Earnhardt had his hands working, I tell you that. He had a handful.
Notice the guys behind him, they see it happening. They ain't even thinking about backing up.
And look at them stack up as Gordon and Earnhardt each lost a little bit of momentum. Back live.
And both of them aged a little bit too.
A lot of gray hair in that Cup garage. Races like this are one reason why. 2 Dodges lead 3 Chevrolets and a Pontiac. You want to know what it feels like in a Winston Cup race? Let's give you a chance to check it out. The pictures will tell the story while you feel the power. And if you got surround sound at home, just crank it up.
Strap the TV down.
Stops are set to begin. Sterling Marlin is going to bring Ken Schrader down pit road. Green flag pit stops. Earnhardt is with them. So is Brett Bodine, Johnny Benson, and Jason Leffler. Steve.
And this is a chance for the pit crew to become the heroes on the number 40 car. Rick Relling is the jack man. Darren Wolf and Nathan Kennan change tires. Right side tires going on. Let's go to Dick Berggren.
This is the most pressured possible pit stop under green flag at the speeds we're running this afternoon. 1 second loss, worth about 270 feet in races that are won by inches. There goes Earnhardt, and there goes Sterling Marlin ahead of him.
Fellow with the least wheel spin got off pit road first because they all had pretty quick stops. All right, more green flag stops this time by. Robbie Gordon peels off. Going to bring only one other car with him as the leaders whip past. Kenny Wallace also pits, and Ron Hornaday, and Kyle Petty on pit road. It's Robbie Gordon's stop.
Saw the winch.
Oh, trouble with the right front. A bit of trouble with the right front there.
Kyle said to his pit. Back him up.
There's Kyle Petty's 45. Adam Petty's colors and sponsor. Now Robbie Gordon away after a long stop. Pulls out around Ron Hornaday. Nail-biting time. Green flag pit stops. 49 laps to go. Here come the leaders once again. And Jeff Gordon's going to lead a pack of them onto pit road this time.
Locking up those right fronts, Larry.
Steve Park is with him. So is Kurt Busch, Jeff Burton, Ricky Rudd, Mike Skinner, Tony Stewart, and a bunch of them. Dick Berggren.
This has been a very, very busy pit as Gordon slid over the pit line. Had to back it up. That's going to cost him time. We've seen all sorts of crew members down here trying to make deals to come in with this car. Why? He has won this Daytona 500 every other year. To that.
99 just now pulling away a 4-tire stop. He was a little loosely adjusted with air pressure and with wedge. Steve Burns. That left side tire's going on the 31. They made a track bar adjustment. He stole the car out. Precious time lost. Mike Skinner cannot get it refired. Trouble for Mike Skinner.
The winner of Thursday's 125-miler is blown up.
No, he broke a drive shaft or something.
Broke a drive shaft axle or stripped the axle plate or something, and they're going to push him behind the wall.
Ward Burton leads Michael Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jerry Nadeau in, and Bill Elliott. Matt?
The leader is in his pit. Tommy Baldwin on the right rear. Tommy Wallace on the right front. It is a 4-tire stop. They were complaining about the car being a little tight off turn 2. They made some slight adjustments with air pressure. His last stop was 16.7. He's down and away.
Dick. Jerry Nadeau has a good stop going for himself. It's a 4-tire stop, as has been the case with everybody we've seen on this end of pit road. He's gone.
Mike Skinner out of the race. New leader, Bobby Labonte, led this lap first time. The Winston Cup champion has led today. 39 lead changes. That's the most in the Daytona 500 in the last 18 years. Green flag pit stops continue. 153 laps down. We'll be back to Daytona right after this.
Yeah, don't touch that clicker. Important message coming up.
What's the secret to Food Lion's success?
Clean store, full variety, friendly customer service. I believe that helps.
Oh, gosh, we just told the secret. John, did you say Food Lion is a convenient place to shop?
Oh, yes, it is. A lot of the foods that I buy are already prepared, so, I mean, it makes me a chef, too. I mean,
I know people have 5 kids, and if they come here, they can save a lot of money.
Well, you do this better than I do. Here.
No.
Introducing the President's Day sales event that doesn't have to scream to make itself heard, where you can get a great selection of 5-star safety-rated vehicles, plus financing as low as 0.9 or cash back up to $2,000. And now, through President's Day, get an additional $500 cash back on a huge selection of Ford SUVs like Explorer, Explorer Sport, Sport Track, Expedition, even Excursion. But hurry, this offer ends February 19th.
Through the door. Welcome to the Miller Lite Racing Garage. This could be your chance to win the ultimate race fan experience.
Grab your Miller Lite Racing VIP hard card, and you could be the lucky winner who gets to race by day and party by night. You fly to Vegas and spend all day learning how to drive a stock car. And after a few laps around the track, you and your friends will get to hang out in the party pit at the Miller Lite Racing Garage. So pick up your Miller Lite Racing VIP hard card in the specially marked packages. Miller Lite. Taste the victory. It's Miller time.
Fox 43 News at 10, now expanded for 1 full hour.
Get inside the live racing action with Racecast. Any driver, every lap. Only at NASCAR.com. America Online keyword, NASCAR.
Bobby Labonte has just given up the lead by making his green flag pit stop, and so has Dale Jarrett. That'll put Sterling Marlin back in front of the Daytona 500. There's Jarrett still trying to get up to speed after his pit stop. Now before the pit stop, here's a look at Jarrett.
You can tell see what he can see. He doesn't see so hot.
A lot of glare.
Oh, a lot of glare in that windshield. He's going to have to get one of those tear-offs.
And that was cars trying to get on the pit road, and he ran up on them and couldn't see him.
Trouble front straightaway. Spinning across the racetrack is rookie Kurt Busch. Can he keep it down in the grass? Bill Elliott dives to pit road to avoid him. And Kurt Busch will slide to a stop. Caution is out. A lot of smoke also down in turn 1 from one car that may have gotten rear-ended back there. Well, that smoke abates. Look at Busch after that wild slide. Second caution of the day.
Sterling Marlin is the leader. It's only been about 6 or 7 laps since they pitted, so I don't think they'll be at the pit road.
There's Busch on the bottom of the racetrack.
On the bottom, he comes up off the corner there. He wanted to get back in line, but guess what? Joe Nemechek was there.
Ward Burton just barely getting by there in the black and yellow car.
He just thought he had a spot in line, and it closed up on him.
Kurt Busch's car slid some 2,000 feet before coming to a halt. And there's the damage to Joe Nemechek's car.
Not only has he got the damage on the left front from Kurt Busch, but he got up into the wall on the right side, and he's got damage on both sides.
Only the second caution of the day.
I'm thinking everything is cycled through the pits, though. I don't think this affects anybody as far as...
You know who I think it does affect? Is Rusty Wallace and Robert Presley. Rusty, after going a lap down at lap 28, I think he has gotten his lap back.
He may very well have, because he could have stayed out a little longer than some of the others did. And there he comes. So I think you're probably right, my friend.
Indeed. Presley and Wallace are now back on the lead lap of the Daytona 500. A race that Wallace has tried now for 19 years to win. We'll be right back. This is NASCAR on Fox.
Oh man, the sweet stuff. A green light and 4 open lanes to Fun City. We are golden. No time to talk sheep. We are well on our neon way.
When you call your Bryant dealer, he'll be there. So whenever you need help with your heating, wherever you need it, your Bryant dealer will get it to you, whatever it takes.
Great place. Well, thanks.
Hi, hope you found the place okay. Use the cabin for as long as it takes to finish the book. You'll find plenty of toilet paper in the closet, 400 pounds of dried beef in the cellar, loads of canned goods in the pantry, and that should do it. Oh yeah, there's a 5-year supply of light bulbs in the top left drawer.
The Philips Marathon bulb, good for 5 years, guaranteed. Philips, light bulbs that last.
This is a bucket of water. And this is Goodyear's new and improved AquaTread 3. At higher speeds in a downpour, a set of AquaTread 3 tires pumps away over 6 gallons of water per second. That's over 360 gallons per mile. With its 80,000-mile tread life limited warranty. That's a lot of water. Think about it next time it's pouring buckets. New AquaTread 3. Only from Goodyear.
Goodyear, Goodyear.
Taking a NASCAR joyride at top speed at night isn't for everyone.
I'd rather have hemorrhoid surgery.
And only Titus at 8:30 Fox Tuesday.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is brought to you by Dodge and nearly 3,000 dealers who invite you to come see what's different.
Welcome back to Daytona. We're under the second caution of the day at 159 laps. Some drivers stopped under this caution, but they were toward the tail end of the lead lap. The leaders stayed out. Let's show you what happened at turn 4. Jeff Hammond.
Yeah, as we can see, the 97 car coming off of turn 4, and he starts working up to the outside. Right about there, the spotter should have been saying outside, outside, but it looks like the car, he just kept coming over and got right into Joe Nemechek, and right in the wall he goes. So unfortunately for the 97 car, makes me wonder if he was listening very closely to his spotter. We haven't said a lot about spotters today, and they're very critical here at Daytona. And I think they've been doing a pretty good job all day, because this is really one of the first incidents we've had because it looked like driver error.
Jeff, I talked to a couple of spotters yesterday, and they said the toughest places on this racetrack are right there, the exit of turn 4 and down the short chute entering turn 1, because you're looking at the cars either head on or tail on from the top of the roof, and it's very difficult to tell distance between those cars front to back.
That's a good point, Mike, because I got honest with you, this is the best I've ever been able to see the Daytona 500.
There are the spotters up on the roof. Eddie DeHaan closest to you. Bill Elliott's spotter there on the bottom row as Ricky Craven's car is pushed behind the wall. Here's a look at where our Koch family of drivers are running in this Daytona 500. And we'll be right back with more from Daytona after this.
Hey, Dad, what's that?
That's a pink flamingo.
What's that?
Bullfrog.
What's that?
That, son, is a Chevy Monte Carlo.
If you want to see 700 horses under a hood, spend a day by the lake on the famous Daytona infield, but bring your Visa card, because you won't get in with American Express.
Isn't nature great?
Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
If you buy one of those huge new SUVs, you might want to plan on a new garage, too. But with Dodge Durango's best-in-class available Magnum V8 power, plenty of room inside and just right size outside, you don't have to rearrange your life just to fit an SUV into it. Durango. Different. And just right. Now get low 0.9 financing on Dodge Durango.
She just doesn't understand me.
What's to understand? I mean, what is that, Michael?
Is that what you think I sound like?
Yes.
Mr. Doyle, do you use a cellular phone? What's come between you two is static. Here, Sprint PCS built the only all-digital, all-PCS nationwide network, so your calls are clear.
Thank you.
Sprint PCS, 2,000 minutes, all with nationwide long distance.
Where's Max? Prepare yourself for a journey beyond imagination. Dark Angel, all new Fox Tuesday.
Getting set to go back to green, Sterling Marlin leads the Earnhardts, junior and senior.
Speaking of senior, Kevin Hamlin, Dale Earnhardt's crew chief. This is Larry McReynolds with Fox. I know there hadn't been a lot of strategy having to pit about every 50 laps. I'm not going to ask you, can you win this thing? That's like trying to predict the weather. But what has Dale said about that thing all day?
He hasn't said a whole lot of anything, Larry. To tell you the truth, he said that earlier in the day that the wind down in turns 1 and 2 was a little bit hairy if he got caught into the middle, but said he had his hands full doing that. Other than that, the GM Goodyear and Surface Plus Monte Carlo has run pretty decent all day. You know, he bashed in the nose a little bit coming into pits there that first stop, running to the back of Schrader when they all did a brake check. So that, arrow-wise, that's hurt us maybe just a little bit, but all in all, I think it's been a pretty spectacular race so far without many incidents. And, you know, Daytona is the world's greatest race, and I think they've even somehow made it better.
All right, Kevin, I'll let you go back to business. Sterling Marlin, our leaders on pit road to the flat tires. We go back racing, Steve Burns.
Now, we just heard Sterling Marlin say he's got a tire going down. Terrible break for Sterling Marlin. He's led so much. They're up on the wall, the tires. It is definitely on the left side for Sterling Marlin. Rear tire off, front tire back on. Terrible break for Sterling Marlin. Finally back down pit road.
Best thing could have happened, Steve, is the field is not up to speed. Marlin will not lose a lap with this tire change. Casey Atwood back on track after a broken shock mount. And up front, here comes Earnhardt Jr.
Well, I tell you what, I've ridden around under a caution like that and get a little buildup on my tires. And when I get ready to go, I say, I got a flat tire, when in fact it wasn't flat at all. It just had built up a lot of rubber on it. So I hope that's not the case for Sterling.
Boy, this time, Darrell, it's really split out into 3 different packs.
Those single file restarts, so many cars on the lead lap, and the front guys go before the back guys do, and you get separated.
That may cost Bobby Labonte and Dale Jarrett their shot to win the 500. They are in that 3rd pack, well back. Race record, 15 different leaders. We've had 13 today. 42 lead changes, the most since 1983, and 2 cautions, the fewest since 1963.
Well, look at Ken Schrader in yellow 36 get a run on the high side off turn 2. Look at Ward Burton all the way down to the bottom of the back straightaway there by himself.
Moves around Steve Parks, number 1, and Burton is trying to climb the ladder without any drafting help. That Dodge is strong.
Yeah, the 2 strongest cars I've seen all day has been the 40 car and the 22. And you can see the 22 has got what it takes to get to the front. And now he's got somebody to help him. That's all he needed, was somebody to jump down there with him.
Now it's shuffled off into 2 big packs of cars.
Oh, man, Earnhardt just took He did not want to let Ward Burton by, and guess what? He didn't get by.
Schrader works the high side. Earnhardt Jr. pulls him on the low side.
Watch this Dodge get legs down that back straightaway. This is like letting a thoroughbred loose, boys. And he's got some help, and when he's got help, here he comes.
Jeff Gordon, number 24 on the bottom side, and here comes Michael Waltrip up the middle.
Hey, we hadn't talked about Uncle Mike all day, and there he is. Come on, buddy. Give me a chance to talk about you.
Getting a little bit of help from Steve Park, his teammate, but Steve goes back behind Gordon, going to the bottom side, 3 wide through the tri-oval.
They're racing like it's the last lap, and there's still 35 to go. Now the 2nd pack. if they get single file, they can draft right up on this lead pack. In fact, they may catch them anyway.
No, I think double file can catch triple file any day, and they're closing right in on them.
I don't think we have to worry about the front pack running single file.
No, they didn't run a single file very much today.
Richard Petty, who's won this race 7 times, has often said, the best you can do on any given day is put yourself in a position to win. Then circumstances dictate the outcome.
I think there's a couple of guys back in there we're going to be talking about before too much longer that we haven't even mentioned other than how far back they are, the 88 and the 18.
But Darrell, the question is, where is that position to win from?
You got to be somewhere near the front. I don't think that you want to necessarily be out front, but you got to be in contact. You got to be able to make that move down to the inside, up to the outside to win this race.
And it's one pack again. 28 cars, all in a bunch. Jeannie?
Well, guys, you're talking about that position to win. I can tell you where it is not. It is the garage. Kurt Busch went by. We saw Ricky Craven. Mike Skinner just sitting here patiently waiting. Take us through what happened to that terrible pit stop.
I couldn't really hear you, but I guess we broke a gear. A pinion snapped off, and I really hate it for our sponsor, Lowe's. I hate it for this race team, but these guys are really, really hungry. They had me in a hell of a hot rod right here. This car was pretty awesome today, and felt like our chances was good, but we keep knocking on that door. We'll get it kicked down one of these days.
Doing what they can to get back out. Most disappointing, he wasn't having any problems before he went into that pit. Steve?
Well, Jeannie, here is the problem for Sterling Marlin. It may cost him the Daytona 500. Left front tire off of his Dodge. Puncture hole. Goodyear tire engineer says it went all the way through right there.
New leader, Steve, Michael Waltrip.
There's a Waltrip leading the Daytona 500. All right.
Jeff Gordon right there with him.
Go, Mikey. Go. Come on, baby. You my man. Let's go. Come on.
This is fun, isn't it, Jeff?
I'm telling you, I'm pulling up on another Waltrip here. Come on, buddy. We got to go. Come on. Put your foot in it. Let's go.
This is the best.
I told you he had a good race car, guys. The man is hungry. His last name may be Walter. Don't hold that against him right now. He's a good boy. He's going to the front. Let's go. Oh, man.
This is great.
3 Chevys and a Pontiac lead the 500. Here comes Jeff Gordon on the outside. He's going to take Steve Park with him, number 1, and Ken Schrader's 36 Pontiac.
Well, we may not be in the lead now, but we got out there for a little while, and it shows he can, and that's important to him, I know.
32 laps to go. They've made all the pit stops they need, and now Steve Park wants to lead. Schrader goes with him.
Michael's right there. He's right up under that Pontiac of Schrader.
See the 22 of Ward Burton, he had fallen all the way back to about 13th here. Look at him, 4 wide off turn 4 right there.
And for the first time today, Steve Park will lead the Daytona 500. Robert Presley peels onto pit road, an unscheduled stop.
I don't know about y'all's clock, but mine's about to knock my helmet off. It's ticking so loud now. I'm glad we had that caution there, that little caution to tighten them belts up, because I think we're going to need it.
Michael Waltrip battling Steve Park. Park got his first Winston Cup win at Watkins Glen last year.
It's pretty impressive. All 3 of them DEI cars up there in the lead. The 1, the 8, and the 15, all 3 of them. And guess who's right behind them?
The owner, Dale Earnhardt, Inc. That's what DEI stands for. And here's the boss in 7th place. Johnny Benson on pit road. Driving the car he came within 5 laps of winning the Daytona 500 with last year. Unscheduled stop for Benson.
Clear there. He's going to have a run.
Johnny Benson's problem is under the hood, Mike. He has lost not just 1 cylinder, he has lost 2 cylinders in that number 10 automobile.
A Hendrick engine powering Benson's Pontiac.
Yeah, Junebug's laid up in there giving Michael a good push down the back, going to push him right out into the lead.
And for the 3rd time today, Michael Waltrip has the lead.
That black 3 is going to follow him.
And they're going to come right on with
behind him.
That inside line seems to be the place to be, and you got to protect it.
Left their teammate up there in the top groove all by himself. Well, he's got company, Ken Schrader and all, but there goes the lead. Waltrip, Earnhardt Jr., Earnhardt Sr., Watch that yellow and black Dodge, number 22, Ward Burton, and Ricky Rudd is coming up there with him on the inside. Number 28.
Wonder what Teresa Earnhardt's thinking right now. She's got a team she owns. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and her husband out there running 1, 2, 3 right now.
She's asking everybody how much this race pays to win, baby, right now.
To run first, second,
That's right.
third.
How much we going to take home today?
We were joking in New York. There's one fellow in that pack that knows. Ken Schrader knows how much he makes every spot he moves up and how much he loses every spot he goes back.
Oh, yeah, he'll intentionally run 10th because it's a bonus for being 10th.
Pays more than 9th with all that bonus money. You bet. 29 laps to go. Michael Waltrip leads Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Sr. in the Daytona 500 on Fox.
Make your move, Tony.
Got it, Joe. You know, at times like these, I'm glad I'm driving the wide track Grand Prix. With handling like this and this, I can really turn a race around. On the way to the winner's circle, wider is better. The wide track Grand Prix by Pontiac.
Trucks. Fundamentally tougher than any panty-waist car. Hey, no one ever wrote a song about his first hatchback. At Craftsman, we figured the only thing better than trucks is racing trucks. So we're the official tools of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Tough trucks, tougher drivers, and the toughest tools. Craftsman.
Welcome back to Daytona.
It's the big one, gang. It's the big one. It's what we've all been fearing. This kind of racing is going to happen.
A horrible crash on the back straightaway that began when Tony Stewart got turned sideways against the backstretch wall, number 20. Jason Leffler, all torn up. The defending Cup champion, Labonte. Stewart, there's fire underneath the hood of Bobby Labonte's car. He's out. He's okay. This is the view. You see Tony Stewart moving inside his car. Steve Park's car demolished. And Stewart's car flew and then had a car land on it.
The front of his car, the roll cage is down on him. I tell you, and that doesn't look good. They're running in with the safety crew. There's Robbie Gordon, and I'm not so sure that car there didn't have something to do with the start of it. It looked like a yellow car got against the outside wall to me.
Ward Burton, perhaps the fastest car here. Torn up. Robbie Gordon. Damage to Jeff Burton, Kenny Wallace as well. They have made it back to pit road.
Dale Jarrett, here he comes down pit road, tore all the pieces.
I think we could tell it, say it easier. I only see about 7 or 8 cars out there that does not have damage.
Steve Park pounding the roof of his car in frustration. And Jarrett, for the second time in 3 years, is caught up in a melee.
Here's Mark
Martin, all torn up. Let's see what happened coming off turn 2.
It's happened up here. I think that this car right here, man, and look at, is that Stewart's car?
That's Stewart's car. Rode right across the top of Robbie Gordon's car, the 4 car.
And I think everybody back up and look at it again. I think that the 4 and the 20 may have been that started that.
Stewart was the first car sideways. Here's see why.
Here's the 4 got into the back of Ward Burton, I believe.
And then Burton's 22 got into Stewart. And everybody scrambles.
That car is taking a whale of a ride, that 20 car is. It's getting hit. It's upside down. It's hit on its roof. It's on fire.
And here's another angle.
Coming off of turn 2 where we've said that it's the wind. Somebody got into the back of that car right there.
That's Ward Burton right there.
You saw a puff of tire smoke and then everything let loose.
I think that's what started. Somebody got in back of Ward Burton off turn 2.
I'm pretty sure the 4 car got into the back of Ward Burton, turned him into the 20 car, and God help all of them because there's no place to go. And you can't see. Now here we come off of turn 2 again. Right there. See, Ward Burton got pushed around by that car, and that's the 4 car.
And he got in the back of Tony Stewart course, Tony Stewart going airborne here.
And it was Ward Burton's car being sideways that blocked up the track for everybody behind him.
Boy, and it gets hit by every car in the field, seems like, and Tony Stewart's car just took a whale of a ride. That must be at least 30 cars in that wreck.
From Tony Stewart's onboard camera.
Around the one, around the one, around two. 3 wide inside, 3 wide, 3 wide. Clear into the 14.
That is something a driver never wants to hear.
4 times, I made it through. I flapped out the tire. I made it through. 10-4, bud. We'll put 4 on.
Here's one more angle from Mark Martin, whose car is now all torn up.
It's the outside wall real hard.
Gets hit again, and takes out.
And Tony Stewart goes for one of the wildest rides in recent memory of Daytona.
Kind of looks like the Richard Petty crash here, back when Richard crashed off turn 4 down here, standing on.
Look, he's got Bobby Labonte's hood. It was hooked to the back of his car as he was in midair.
Both Gibbs's cars rolling to a halt there.
Let's give you the cars involved in numerical order. Number 2, Rusty Wallace. Number 4, Robbie Gordon. Excuse me, number 1, Steve Park. Number 5, Bobby Labonte. There is Jerry Nadeau walking back. Number 6, Mark Martin was involved. Number 01 was Jason Leffler. 18, Bobby Labonte. Number 6, Mark Martin. 20, Tony Stewart. 21, Elliott Sadler. 22, Ward Burton. 25, Jerry Nadeau. 43, John Andretti. 44, Buckshot Jones. And 88, Dale Jarrett. Tony Stewart is out of his car, and all the drivers involved have to take a trip to the infield care center. That is mandatory. There's Tony, helmets off, talking to the folks there. He's talking to Bobby Labonte, his teammate, as he gathers himself together and prepares to get out. But great news that he is okay. The red flag is out. The Daytona 500 has been stopped to clean up the carnage on the back straightaway. NASCAR on Fox continues from Daytona after this.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh man, we are not alone.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is brought to you by Budweiser, with the crisp, clean, refreshing taste you'll find in no other beer. This Bud's for you.
Take the time right now and call her right.
The Daytona 500 has been halted for a devastating crash in the back straightaway. Andy Houston walking back.
It was really over before it started.
He and Jeff Burton, Dale Jarrett, Buckshot Jones, John Andretti. There's Joe Gibbs going to check on his 2 drivers. Jerry Nadeau, Jeff Gordon was involved. Ward Burton's car wrecked. Elliott Sadler. There's Tony Stewart's car destroyed. Bobby Labonte demolished. Mark Martin, Terry Labonte, Robbie Gordon, Rusty Wallace, Steve Park, and Jason Leffler were all involved in the back straightaway. 17 cars, and add Kenny Wallace, 18-car crash. Here's another look as they came off turn 2.
Pretty sure that the 4 car got into the back of the 22.
Darrell, I got to ask you here. What is, and I know it's happening so fast, but what is Tony Stewart feeling, and what is he hearing while this is going on?
Well, probably he wasn't knocked unconscious, so he's having to deal with the whole thing. And when it gets silent, that's when you know you're in big trouble. It doesn't stay that way very long, but you know you've gone airborne, and you just hold on with all your might so that your arms don't go flying all over the place.
Can't say enough about the integrity of these Winston Cup race cars, though. They've got that 095 inch and 3/4 roll cage surrounding them, and it looks like everybody's going to walk away from this crash unscathed.
We'll have updates from the care center when they are available. Mark Martin's car came to a rest on pit road, and he abandoned what was left of it. They're going to haul that to the garage. Another look off turn 2.
You know, I'm not looking at it from that angle. It almost looks like the 22 car got loose off of turn 2, and that's what caused Robbie to get into him. I'd like to know what the two drivers have to say. That car did turn sideways awfully quick.
Our tape producer looking for a view that will perhaps show us definitively. Now here from the blimp.
Well,
it's just ahead of it.
Yeah, we're just ahead of it there.
Now look at Burton's car. When it goes sideways, it collects up the whole rest of the field.
I mean, there's cars going under Stewart's car while he's in midair.
Yeah, there's cars. He was kicking around all over the place.
Let's ride through it with Bill Elliott.
Right in front of you. Stay low. Stay low.
He has no idea. He has no idea.
And no vision.
He has no idea if there's anything in his way or not.
Go left. There you are on the pavement.
Dale Jarrett.
Inside tires is really tight. Really tight. CM4 on it really tight. Slowing up here a little bit. Slowing up. Come on. Come on. Get back together.
You're the spotter talking to him and just telling him everything that's going on around him.
Back down to turn 1.
Got a little run. He had to let out the throttle there.
18 still in the middle. 3 wide. I got a spin here. Got a spin here. Slow down. Come all the way down. Come all the way down.
Oof.
All right, DJ.
Go down, but there was no down. The whole racetrack was blocked.
Talk to me.
Jeannie?
Well, Robbie, 18-car crash. This is not where you wanted to end up, but I'm happy to see that you are in one piece. Can you take us through it?
Well, I just hope everybody else is okay. You know, I was on the bottom, started to get a little tight. Tony got up underneath Ward. They seemed to slow down. I don't know if they touched or not. I got at the back of Ward. Then they started side by side. And it's unfortunate. All of us had pretty good cars at that point.
All right, obviously a disappointment. I'll let you go be with your family. And by the way, just for precautionary measures, Tony Stewart is on his way to the Halifax hospital. Again, just precautionary measures. I'm being told that he's fine. Matt?
Jeannie, Mark Martin drove his car back to pit road. Mark, your battered mount looks pretty tough, beaten up. How about you? Can you see what happened from your vantage point?
No, all I really saw was smoke, and I saw, I think, the 20 car way up in the air. And I went to the inside and thought I was going to get through there before they came down, but somebody hit me in the door and turned me around. I hit several different things, but, you know, I think we were setting okay with a Viagra Taurus. I think we were gonna be able to get a top 10 out of it, maybe. But that, you know, the fans got their money's worth today. That's all I can say. It was lap after lap after lap, and after that last restart there with all those cars just bunched together like that, it just it was an accident looking for a place to happen.
Let's go back to Jeannie.
We're going to take you hear what Joe Gibbs. Unfortunate afternoon, but the good news is both your drivers are okay, but they're both inside the care center.
Actually, Tony went to the other hospital. They took him straight to the other hospital, and they said he was complaining of his shoulder. They wanted to do x-rays on it, but
and it looks like Bobby's okay. I think Bobby's in there and sitting up. Donna's in there with him. So looks like our two guys came out of it. I'm worried about Tony because I want to try and get over to the hospital and see what he's complaining about, something about his shoulder.
All right, we'll let you go.
Andy Houston is another driver that was involved in that incident. He's okay, but what was it like in the middle of that thing?
Well, it was really over before it started. The McDonald's Ford was running great today. Had a good run going and had some radio communication there halfway through the race. Got in the back, worked our way back up towards the front. I think everybody was just trying to get in position, you know, to have a good shot at winning that thing there at the end. And somebody cut somebody off. It looked like about 5 rows up, and track was just blocked. I jumped into brakes, threw my hand up, got run into in the back, and pushed me into a couple guys, and everybody was just spinning everywhere. So, you know, it was pretty wild, but we'll just go try to get them next weekend in Rockingham.
I'll tell you, the cars that have come by us on the back of the wrecker are really torn up. There are a lot of absolutely demolished race cars here, Mike.
They built a special car for Daytona and Talladega, NASCAR's 2 fastest tracks, and 18 of these teams will have to go back and build another one. Here are the cars that are involved in the crash. It appears that perhaps 2 or 3 of them may get back out to finish this race. Jeannie?
Well, 2 or 3 cars may make their way back out, but Jeff Gordon, I'm pretty sure you're done for the day.
Oh, definitely. You know, it tore the thing all up, you know, and had no oil pressure on top of that. So I even got hit after I wrecked, and I was coming back to the pits. But yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, something like that's going to happen with these rules. It's great racing. You know, it's exciting. There's a lot of passing, a lot of lead changes, but one little mistake, you know, and that's what's going to happen. And it's just inevitable. But everybody did a great job all day long. It was incredible racing, and I got shuffled back there a little bit and was just trying to work my way back up through there, and you know, doing things that I didn't want to do. So I'm sure there's other guys that may have done the same thing, and I guess somebody got turned sideways up there and caused a pretty big wreck.
Did it happen too fast quickly here? Was it something that a spotter could have told you was coming?
Well, he could have told me it was coming before they dropped the green flag today. So, you know, you know it's coming, but yeah, you can try to keep your eyes on certain guys and what they're doing. But at that particular moment, you know, I saw smoke, saw a car get turned sideways, and there was, you know, 15, 20 cars or more that were right there. So there's no getting through that. I don't care what your spotter says or where you go. It was just like a wall of cars. You know, I'm just glad that, you know, this DuPont Chevrolet was running real well and that we were having a good day. And, you know, I think we had as good a shot as anybody, but we'll just go to Rockingham.
And we're glad to see you standing and glad to see you haven't lost your sense of humor. Take care, Mike.
A wry bit of humor from a driver who had a great chance to win his 3rd Daytona 500 today. We're under the red flag.
These are the cars that's on the racetrack. Most of them was not involved in the crash, but I've counted it up to about 9 cars that's on pit road. Now, when you're under red flag condition, even though you're trying to repair your car, you cannot work on the car. You can make a plan, you can lay your tools out, but you can't work on it. Jeff Hammond, you ever been in that position?
Oh, a time or two, Larry, and unfortunately, it happens too often in places like Daytona and Talladega, because when you have a wreck, as we saw before, sometimes you can't get out of your own way. And one of the biggest reasons right now that we at least feel good about what has happened on the back straightaway is because of the safety of these cars. As you look at this car right here, you see this 1 3/4 roll bar tubing that's above the driver's head. Our head restraint as far as the window net's concerned to keep the arms inside the car. You can't say enough about the integrity and the safety that NASCAR builds into what they feel like is the most safe race car right now in the world, I'd have to say. And after what you just witnessed on the back straightaway, I think a lot of you folks will have to agree with us that they do an exceptional job of learning what it takes to keep a driver safe so they can walk away from such a horrendous accident. Larry?
Thanks, Jeff. Well, they're looking at these cars, but they can't work on them until the yellow flag comes back out. We're under the red flag. Michael Waltrip leading the Earnhardts, Kenny Schrader and Ricky Rudd in the Daytona 500. This is NASCAR on Fox.
Brad Teller here with the world's one and only pizza you eat backwards. The amazing stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. And I promise Teller a slice if he can successfully demonstrate the only correct way to eat it, which is backwards. Backwards is the fastest way to get to the 360 degrees of mouth-mesmerizing cheese right inside the crust. And for a price that, unlike Teller, looks as good backwards as forwards, just $9.99. Turn around, you're creeping me out. Ugh, that's worse. Stuffed crust pizza. Eat it backwards.
Race World, your one-stop race shop. NASCAR, NHRA, Formula One, Dirt, World of Outlaws and Indy Diecast, cards, apparel, and novelty items. Race World, setting the pace in the collectibles race. www.raceworld.com.
My heroes don't catch touchdowns. They don't slam dunk. They don't hit home runs. They don't score goals. They don't give smackdowns. My heroes burn rubber. They fight steel. They breathe octane. They risk their life in every turn, on every track, in every race. My heroes race cars. Fast cars.
Stop by the Fox Box at MacArthur Center and speak your mind.
Get inside the official gear of NASCAR. Apparel, collectibles, and more. Only at NASCAR.com. America Online keyword NASCAR.
What might have been the fastest Daytona 500 in history has been red flagged. They've just refired engines after an 18-car pileup on the back straightaway. Jeannie?
Well, the good news from the pileup is that Ward Burton, you're standing here with me and you're feeling okay. Would that be a true assessment? Physically, obviously not mentally.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just disappointed.
Can you take us through what happened out there? I walked over here and you kept saying, did the 4-car hit me? I know you haven't seen the replay, but from what you can remember.
You know, we all get runs on each other with the aero package out there. You know, we hit big holes, and I had a big run on the guys in front of me, but I was going to stay in line. And I guess from what I'm being told, the 4-car hit me. Somebody just hit me and didn't use the head enough. You know, the problem is with this racing, the closer we get to the start-finish line, the end of the race, the wilder it gets. And I just feel bad for my team. He gave me a hell of a race car, and we were going to have a shot at it. But now we're sitting in the garage and not out there running. But for the guys that got hurt, especially Tony, I hope Tony's okay.
Yeah, we are told that he's doing okay. They just took him away for precautionary measures, and you're sitting here with 17 other cars. Take care.
Ward Burton had a great chance to win the 500. Now, on this next replay, watch 3 cars. Here they're glared. Now, this is Tony Stewart down here. This is Robbie Gordon, but watch this car. This is Ward Burton.
And what happened was Tony Stewart got into Ward Burton, and he got Ward loose, and you can't correct it right there without losing the back end. It comes around, and he just...
Here's another look at it.
Here Robbie Gordon gets into the back of Ward right there, gets him wobbling. And around he goes, and he turns into Tony Stewart, who was right on the inside of him, and that's what started the whole thing.
3-car incident turned into a 17-car pileup.
Coming off of turn 2 over there, the wind blowing the way it is, you have to get up out of the throttle. You get a run on a guy underneath of your car pushes up. A lot of things can happen to you right there.
Matt?
Well, the one guys were trying to get the Chevrolet put back together, trying to get out to gain some more points, Steve. But first off, what happened in front?
Well, I just like to tell my mom I'm okay because she's home worrying about me right now. But it's the same old thing. Everything we hope we can avoid in a super speedway race. And I'm really not going to blame it on the racetrack or the new rules. We had some great race cars out there that were driving good. The show was awesome. It's just always the same people causing the same problems all the time. And it's just unfortunate for the Pennzoil team because we had a great race car this weekend, and we worked real hard over the wintertime to give us a car that was capable of running up front and to go up front and lead laps and run with my teammates and run with Dale and give us all an opportunity to win. To have it all go up in smoke like that, it is ridiculous. And it's just a shame there's a lot of laps left in the race still.
Well, his team is working on his car, and pit stops are underway, Steve.
And his teammate Dale Earnhardt Jr. just took 4 tires and gas, no chassis adjustments to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car. He has a shot to win this race.
Now, we're back under caution. That's why pit stops can take place. The car's moving around under caution. Here's the luckiest guy in Daytona Beach coming right down pit road, Sterling Marlin.
That's right.
Remember when Sterling had that tire go down and had to pit under green, almost lost a lap, but it put him 3/4 of a lap behind the big pileup. And now Marlin's back in contention.
And he has a fast hot rod.
Dick Berggren.
Front end of John Andretti's car is absolutely devastated. How hard did you hit out there, John?
I hit somebody pretty hard. They were already, I guess, spun around and getting stopped because hit one guy and then hit another guy. But when I went underneath Tony, I guess, and he was upside down.
You went under him?
Yeah, he was upside down, and I could see him. And as he passed over, I think he was on top of another car. So, you know, it's fortunate we have a lot of safety in these cars. But all I could see then was Cheerios. And after the fact, I'm trying to drive back, and I drove right inside of Jeff Gordon. So here's a poor guy just sitting there and drove right into him. So. You know, it's unfortunate, but when one guy or a couple of guys get together, it ends up that it's more than just a couple of guys.
We're glad you're okay.
Thanks.
All drivers who were taken to the infield care center have been released. The one exception, Tony Stewart, who, as Joe Gibbs pointed out, was transported to Halifax Medical Center, just about 2 miles from Daytona International Speedway, for observation. We're under the caution flag in the Daytona 500.
This is Brett. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just watching the market recap, drinking an import. That is correct. That is correct. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, Brett, who's that? Hey, Chad, pick up the cordless. Chad here. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
3 minutes from now, a heart attack victim will be rushed into this emergency room. Medication will be injected. IV fluids will be needed. The patient will be protected from infection. Breathing will be assisted. And one more life will be saved.
Mrs. Hanson? Yes. Hi, I'm Dr. Moore. Her husband's doing fine. Oh, I'm so glad.
Thanks to advanced medical techniques and a material we call plastic.
Play the Pep Boys' 80th anniversary instant win game and win $80? No, $800. Oh, heck, $80,000. One of over 50,000 instant prizes at Pep Boys. Pick up your game piece today.
Can Sideshow Bob control Bart's mind?
Bart's a brainwashed killing machine.
So was I at his age. Kelsey Grammer guest stars The Simpsons, all new at 8/7 Central tonight on Fox.
Here's the way they're running under caution at 177 of 200 laps. Dale Earnhardt Jr. leading Ricky Rudd, Earnhardt, Waltrip, and Mike Wallace. We're pleased to announce the winner of the UPS leaderboard sweepstakes, James Wilkins of Florence, Alabama. Sitting home watching Dale Jarrett in the number 88 on Fox Sports. Congratulations, James, from UPS. Working under the caution flag, and we'll be right back to Daytona. You're watching NASCAR on Fox.
Monte Carlo, the winningest car in NASCAR Winston Cup history.
Yeah.
Chevy will be there.
There's a new star rising. The fans are raving. This one's going to be legendary. When you're the next big thing, everybody wants you. Even Kobe Bryant. Introducing the next big thing from McDonald's. It's the Big and Tasty.
We love to see you smile.
Driven. This film is not yet rated. Starts Friday, April 27th.
It's the day the Earth stood stupid. When brain-sucking aliens invade an all-new Futurama.
Stop acting stupid!
Then, Bobby becomes a ventriloquist.
My son plays with dolls. There, I said it.
He's a sissy. There, I said that.
On an all-new King of the Hill. It all starts at 7/6 Central tonight on Fox.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is brought to you by Team Monte Carlo. The cars more champions depend on. Chevy will be there. By Pep Boys. Cars like us, people love us. By Kellogg's, the official breakfast food of NASCAR. And by Coca-Cola. Enjoy.
Welcome back to Daytona, where we've had some great aerial views today from the Budweiser.com airship. Watching the field behind the Pontiac Aztec safety vehicle gets set to go back under green. 178 laps complete, 14 leaders, one shy of the record, 46 lead changes, 18 cars wrecked. Nowhere near a record. There was once a 37 car pileup here. It happened in 1960, and the cause of it went on to finish 10th. Green flag. Dale Earnhardt Jr. leads Ricky Rudd, Earnhardt, Michael Waltrip, Mike Wallace, and pole sitter Bill Elliott.
Now, you might say to yourself, well, these guys will take it easy to the finish. Now, just hold on to the other side of your seat.
15 cars left on the lead lap. Some of those a little bit damaged. Really, we've probably got about 9 or 10 cars that has no damage whatsoever.
There were 31 cars on the lead lap before the crash. Ricky Rudd hunting the lead. Earnhardt, though, on the outside, pushing his son into turn 3. The last father-son 1-2 finish in this race. Bobby and Davey Allison, 1988.
Look at the two Dodges on the high side. Bill Elliott in the red 9. Sterling Marlin was a lap down, or almost a lap down. He's working his way into 5th position, going for 4th.
I hate to tell Mikey, but Mikey, that's 2 Earnhardts up there. I think you're odd man out, buddy.
3 Chevys fighting 2 Dodges. Jeannie Zelasco is with the defending Winston Cup champ.
I'm with Bobby and a whole bunch of his new friends right now, Bobby Labonte. I walk over here and you're joking, so I guess that's a good sign, because you said when they walked up to the car, they asked you who is the president of the United States, and what did you say?
No, that was Tony. He was knocked out for a little bit, and he came to, and we were riding in the ambulance together, and I asked him who the president was, and he knew, so they're going to take him on to the hospital. But, you know, it's just a tough break for everybody. Everybody involved in a wreck like that. It's hard to swallow sometimes when you're out there running and you get involved in something that's, you know, you just try to avoid all day, and it happens, and it's not much you can do about it. Just, you know, right now we just go on to the next race.
Tony was complaining about his shoulder. Can you give us some insight to that?
Yeah, he just, you know, he was favored a little bit, but he had some oil on it, and I don't know if he hit it on the door bar or something, but, you know, when I got to him, he came to, and you know, we asked him, told him, I said, hey, the car's ruined anyway. You want to cut the roof off and let him get you out? And he said, no, I'm all right, you can get out. So, you know, he got out, looked like he was okay. I'm sure he'd be real sore, which is obvious, and he is okay. It's just that he's going to be sore, and he beat the traffic out.
Well, I know your plan was to hang back and avoid the mess, so I guess the best laid plans even go awry sometime, but it's good to see you're standing and you're doing all right.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Sterling Marlin, the 94 and 95 Daytona 500 winner, is out front once again.
And he's going to protect that inside, and they're going to race like crazy behind him, and that's the car to beat. Everybody knows that, and this is just like the 125s when him and Earnhardt came to the line.
Whoa, look at Ricky Rudd slide up in front of Bobby Hamilton.
Man, did you see Michael? He just drove down in front of Dale to get behind Sterling. And, of course, Sterling and Michael are good friends, but, man, that's your boss, buddy.
Michael Waltrip, 0 for 462. Looking to break his duck today, as they say in England. They call them duck eggs instead of goose eggs, those zeros. And look at him go.
Here they come, gang. I told you, that you think these guys can settle down, take it easy, say, hey, everybody's going to get a good finish? No way. They're going to race their hearts out.
Look at Earnhardt Jr. in the 28 car beating on each other through turn 3 and 4. Sterling Marlin on the low side.
And here comes Sterling on the inside. And Dale's going to slam the door on him.
And Michael Waltrip is back to the lead, but here comes Earnhardt on the bottom.
I don't think Mikey made it to the line in time.
He's got a fast race car pushing Sterling Marlin in that silver number 40.
3 wide into turn 1 again.
You got to have nerves of steel, folks, to see what these guys saw just now. These cars all flipping and flying through the air and hop right back out there just like it never happened.
Marlin squeezes to the middle.
Michael went from the 3rd lane all the way to the bottom, now back to the 2nd lane. Back to the 3rd lane.
Do that on the highway, you get arrested.
Well, that's defensive driving there. He's driving with the mirror. He isn't even looking in front of him.
He's got the 2 Dodges lined up behind him now. Sterling Marlin and Bill Elliott, our pole sitter.
And where did Bill come from?
That's not Bill Elliott. That's Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Oh, I started saying.
Smoker coming off pit road. 1 car trailing Smoke, trying to get back in it, but it's way down on the apron. Won't be a factor. 16 laps to go.
And you'd think those 3 cars out front there breaking away from that crowd behind them, that would be a good thing. That's not a good thing. They will chase them back down as soon as everybody gets lined up a little bit.
You know, a car we hadn't talked about, I don't know if we mentioned him, the 55 car, the blue car, Bobby Hamilton, driving for Andy Petrie. Look at him all over the back bumper of that black number 3.
And he's had some trouble today, but there he is, right in the hunt.
49 lead changes today. 49 at Talladega last October. First time this aerodynamics package was put on these cars. The most of any Winston Cup race in the last 11 years.
Okay, that 40 car, he's sitting in good shape. But I'm really impressed with how Michael can pull these guys around here.
Ricky Rudd backing up a bit.
Rudd's been backing up a bit all week. He's just not quite had it together. See, when they get lined up, though, they chase them right back down, just in half a lap, down the back straightaway.
That's Sterling Marlin from Michael Waltrip's race-leading car.
You see the thing on the front of Sterling's car that don't look like it belongs there. It looks like it's a paper bag or something. You wonder if it's over the radiator opening right there. There he comes, right all over the back of Michael Waltrip, going to the outside.
Down low. I tell you, he better make that pass or he's going to fall back several spots. He needs some help to make that happen.
And none of those 4 Chevys on the bottom lane want to help him.
Michael wants to win a race as bad as anybody out there, worse than anybody out there, and he's not going to give up that lead without a fight. I don't care if it is Dale Earnhardt as boss.
Right now, the car behind him is his teammate, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Michael's in a bind. If he lets Earnhardt by, I'm going to kick his butt. And if he don't let Earnhardt by, Earnhardt's going to kick his butt. So he's in trouble.
Terry Labonte and Johnny Benson have just driven their cars to the garage and out of the Daytona 500. 3 wide off turn 4, right behind this group. It's still very dicey.
Darrell, I'll just take the butt kicking from Dale Senior. I'm going to get my $1.2 million.
Well, you know, Park cost Dale a shot at $1 million over at Richmond, and I thought Dale would be upset about it, and he said the boy did what I paid him to do.
Exactly right. Sterling Marlin getting a little group there on the high side. Got Kenny Schrader, Ricky Rudd lined up, trying to make a run back on these boys, going for 4th place.
All right, Darrell, if you're on the horn to younger brother Michael leading this race, what do you tell him?
I tell him don't give up the lead. Don't let them get under you off of 2, and keep the door closed going into 1. Guard the inside, make them go around you on the outside.
And he's fixing to get some people up there on the high side because them boys is ganging up Sterling Marlin in the silver car.
For more on Sterling's car, here's Steve.
Well, guys, you can see on the nose of that car, it looks like paper or some kind of a wrapper. Remember, he knocked a hole in the grill early in the race, and they fabricated a patch to put in that hose to help the aerodynamics. They put that on there early in the race.
Thanks, Steve. Jeff Gordon is back in the race. Ugly car.
Oh, man.
Not much left of it, but he's out there to pile up some points. There it is. Folks, you don't have one in 1/24th scale like this, and you don't want one.
The biggest problem he's going to have is going out there and trying to maintain a minimum speed that NASCAR requires with all that sheet metal going.
Well, I don't know. There's several cars driving around like that. As long as they don't get in the way, they might be all right with just as few laps to go. But here comes Sterling on the outside.
Marlin's got the lead coming out of turn 4, and the Pontiac of Ken Schrader is lined up with him.
And the Ford Thunderbird of Ricky Rudd, the black car right behind him. There's Bill Elliott. Darrell right there behind Ricky Rudd in that Dodge.
Red number 9, Elliott, the pole sitter. You're with him.
That's the closest he's been to the front since the race started. Matter of fact, he's supposed to be to the front all week long.
Didn't run well in his 125-mile qualifying race. Had the lead for a little while, then fell back to the tail end of the line.
Those old veterans to get up on the wheel when it counts.
Michael Waltrip has won NASCAR's All-Star race, the Winston, but he's never won a Sunday Winston Cup race.
And you know what? I believe Dale Jr. and Dale Sr. both are doing all they can to help Michael make that happen. That would be a good call. Everybody said, why did Dale put Michael in this car? Folks, here's why he put him in there. Great driver.
Michael Waltrip leads the Daytona 500. Sterling Marlin in the fastest Dodge, and those two Earnhardts are right behind him. And outside pole sitter Stacy Compton, 92, is in that pack as well. And the laps wind down. 10 to go.
Michael Jr.'s car is actually a little bit better through the corner. Dale seems to be able to pull back up on the straightaway, but those two cars in front seem to be a little freer through the turn right now.
And I think that's the problem Sterling Marlin's got. Ken Schrader can pull up on him in the straightaway. Sterling's so strong through the corner, he actually yards Schrader in the corner, and Schrader can't push him on by him.
In 24 of the 42 previous 500s, the driver leading with 10 laps to go has gone on to win.
A lot of lap traffic up in front of these guys. Cars that's running about twice as slow as they're running.
Michael sniffed a draft off of Buckshot Jones, but boy, he's got company. There's Michael's wife, Buffy. Will that 0 streak end today?
I don't know, but I feel like she does. I can't watch. This is what we prayed for. It's what we've all talked about.
In 63, Tiny Lund got his first Winston Cup win, the Daytona 500. Mario Andretti, 67. Pete Hamilton, 1970. Derek Koch, 1990. Sterling Marlin in 1994. They each won the big one for their first ever win.
And how many laps we got to go? Man, we're down to 9 to go.
8 when they come back.
8 to come. I'm telling you, boys. Michael, you're in the best place you ever been in, bud. Hold her there. That's a good place when you got two teammates right behind you. I can tell you that. And they want one of those cars to win, and he's in the front.
Darrell, with a lap to go, does anybody have a teammate when it comes down to it?
You know, it's hard to say with the aero package what's going to happen. I was concerned that Sterling was going to be the guy that would mess everything up. But right now, I'm telling you, this is the best setup he could have.
See, the slow car there, he's getting a draft off anything that's out there moving.
Guys, one thing we need to make sure we understand here, that spotter on top of that building could be Michael's best friend right now, helping him get through this last few laps. In the 125, they had a big part in how that finish came out.
Just don't get overconfident, Mike. Protect that inside, buddy. Just don't let them lull you to sleep. Keep looking in the mirror.
Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
It's getting close. I mean, we're down to 7 laps to go, man. 7 laps to go in the biggest race in the world, the greatest race in the world, the Daytona 500.
4 Chevrolets.
My baby brother's leading it.
4 Chevrolets lead 3 Fords, a Dodge, and a Pontiac. Darrell, your first ever race on Fox, you think it'd be like this?
I have experienced everything imaginable. I mean, we've had rain delays, we've had big wrecks, and now we got my brother leading the race with 6 laps to go.
Look at the two Wallace brothers. Rusty Wallace in the blue 2 car. His brother, Mike Wallace, right behind him, moves down on Bobby Hamilton right there. They moved into fighting for 4th position.
Well, Rusty's car's got a great big old gash in the side of it. I don't know how he's hanging in there the way he is. Look at that right front corner there. He doesn't even have a fender there.
Darrell, we got 6 laps to go. Take a deep breath and wiggle them toes, man.
Oh, man.
Take a deep breath and wiggle them toes now.
My poor mama, she's going to be having a fit.
You can help Mikey out here. Come on, buddy. Come on, Mikey. Let's go. You're my man. You're my man.
Just keep looking in that mirror. Here comes some. Who's that up on the outside there?
Well, Marlin's lost his partners. Here comes Hamilton, 55, towing Rusty Wallace, number 2, toward the front.
Oh, man. I didn't have any idea TV was going to be like this. I thought it was going to be a lot of easy work, fun. This is hard work.
Well, it was until about 30 laps ago. 5 laps to go.
Leading the Daytona 500 with 5 laps to go.
Look at Sterling below the apron going into turn 1. Ducks back in the line just in time to get there.
He run with him. Schrader got kicked back to 6th place.
Let me tell you, that's the best thing that Mikey's got going for him is those 2 cars behind him. You got to pass 2 cars to get to him. And those guys are smart enough to know Dale Jr. and Dale Sr., they cannot pull out.
Darrell Waltrip won this race in '89 after 17 years of trying. He and Earnhardt perhaps best know of everyone here the frustration that builds when you've tried so long and so hard to win one Winston Cup race, let alone the biggest of them all.
Junebug getting a little antsy there, but they're getting heat from the back. Sterling's all over Dale Sr. Dale Sr. is trying to keep him back so they can't get to the 2 team cars in the front. This is a chess match at high speed.
4 laps to go. Single file around lap traffic.
Man, those guys didn't need to be there. They should have got down out of the way.
Michael Waltrip leads that snake down the back straightaway.
I know he's a nervous wreck. Well, maybe he isn't. He's probably as cool as a cucumber. I'm the one who's nervous. Come on, buddy.
He finished 5th in the 599. This is his 15th try.
He thought he was going to win that one, and he just got shuffled out right at the end.
Whoa! Look at Earnhardt. Sterling got into Earnhardt.
Dale is doing everything he can to keep Sterling behind him because Dale knows that Sterling's got a fast car.
Here comes Schrader on the outside that yellow car. Remember, Schrader's not won in 10 years.
He's got the help there. Bobby Hamilton in the 55. Michael wants to see these guys just all over each other behind him. The more they do that, the more leadway it gives him.
Yeah, they're not going to ever make it up on the outside, I don't believe. They can get a run on him, and they can get up there to him, but I don't believe they can pass him.
Every driver dreams of winning the Daytona 500. Michael Waltrip dreams just of winning this race, any race, to break that big 0 for streak, 0 for 462.
I don't know if I can stand this or not. Come on, buddy. You got 2 to go. Come on, don't give up now.
Outside of 3.
Just stay under him, Dale Jr. Just stay under him, buddy.
2 to go, bud. 2 to go.
Out of the way.
The calm voice of the spotter.
Look at
Chuck
Dale.
Joyce reassuring Michael Waltrip.
Dale has done. Sterling has beat the front end off that old Dodge trying to get around Dale.
Sterling, is there room between Earnhardt and Schrader? Yes, he gets to the outside. Then drops back in line.
All right, here we go now. This is when it's going to get tense, boys. This is when we're going to find out. We're coming around for the white flag.
4 Chevys, a Pontiac, a Ford, and a Dodge to fight it out 3 miles to the finish of the Daytona 500.
If he can survive this run, he'll be okay. Nobody's doing anything. They're all holding in.
Go get him.
Come on, buddy. 1 to go.
The last lap.
1 to go, buddy. Keep it low, Mikey. Keep it low. Don't let them under you. Make that back straightaway wide, buddy. Get all over the place. Don't let them run up on you. Come on, man. Come on now. Watch the mirror. Watch it. He's going to make a run inside. Block him. Block him. Atta boy.
3 wide behind them.
You got him, Mikey. You got him, man. You got him. Come on, man.
Come on, baby. Come on, get him in the 4. Get him in the 4.
The 3 car down.
Oh, big trouble. Big wreck behind them.
Lead him back. Come on.
To the flag.
Come on, Mikey. You got it, man. You got it. You got it. You got it.
You got it.
Mikey!
Michael Waltrip wins.
All right.
It's a television dream come true.
Right. Oh, man.
How about that?
All right.
How about Dale? Is he okay?
Schrader has climbed out of his car. He and Earnhardt have crashed together between turns 3 and 4.
Look at Buck.
You may have got me on Saturday, but I got you on Sunday.
Darrell, is this better than winning it?
No, it's better. This is great. I just hope Dale's okay. I guess he's all right, isn't he? Oh,
Michael Waltrip takes off the helmet, drops the window net, and he's about to get the best ride in racing.
Man.
To Daytona 500 Victory Lane.
My daddy would be so happy. Man.
Michael Waltrip has won the Daytona 500. Tears running down his cheeks as he comes to Victory Lane. We'll be right back.
This is the all-new Silverado Heavy Duty. The most powerful heavy-duty pickup you can get. And the 2001 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Silverado Heavy Duty. More truck from Chevy.
I'll tell you what, on race day, you better get it right.
You want a hands-on boss.
Yeah.
Terry Labonte.
Terry Labonte.
Check the transmission and the drive shaft.
He's involved in every detail.
Right.
Absolutely.
Hey, if that makes me a perfectionist, 1 more pound. So what? There's a fingerprint on the windshield.
Got it.
Hey, I'm here to win. Blue. The nose needs to be bluer.
Blue's good. Yeah, Blue's great.
Very good. You ready, guys? This could be the ride of your life. You gotta get past the myths and the excuses. Erectile difficulty is a common problem. Effective treatment is available. Talk to your doctor. You might be surprised how easily you can get through it.
So, Dale, I just want to tell you how excited we are to have you be a part of UPS Racing.
Excited to be here.
So, let's go take a look at your new ride.
It's a truck.
Yeah, the big brown truck.
What about that?
Oh, that? It's just a PR tool. You'll be driving the big brown truck. Now, you cross the finish line in the big brown truck, and there won't be a dry eye in the house.
It's your breakfast table. It's your car. Take it to Midas for our new VSD brakes for enhanced performance and our lifetime guarantee. See Midas today for our new VSD brakes. Go Midas.
We're back at Daytona. You're looking inside turn 3 where Ken Schrader has climbed from his car and where rescue workers are helping Dale Earnhardt to get out of his car. Dale Earnhardt Jr. at a dead run toward the track's infield care center. So while his car owner, here's what happened up in turn 3.
Oof. Well, this is huge because you go head on. And that TV does not do that justice. That is an incredible impact head on. Throws you forward in the car. Those are the kind of accidents that absolutely are frightening.
While rescue workers attend to Dale Earnhardt, who is still in his car. His driver is in our Coca-Cola victory lane. Here's Dick Berggren.
Michael Waltrip, 462 green flags, finally a checker. Does this feel as good as you had hoped?
Just unconscious. Thank God. Thank my dad. I love him so much. And, you know, I just can't believe it. It hasn't sunk in yet. I know I would have never won without Dale Jr., so he has to get half the credit. And I know I never would have won without the belief in Dale Jr., or Dale Sr. had for me, and Napa, and all the people on my team. I thought it was kind of boisterous or bragging that we thought we could win this race. I mean, we haven't ever ran a race yet.
Your brother wants to talk to you. Let's put the headset on you.
We did win.
Let's you talk to DW.
What's up, brother?
Man, I want to be down there with you. I want to give you a big hug, but man, way to go. I was in there and I was riding with you, I was praying for you, pulling for you.
Well, as soon as I find Dale Jr., I'm gonna give him a big kiss.
Oh, you should, buddy.
He won me the race, and you can't do this deal nowadays without friends. And he was my friend. His Budweiser Chevy run second. He had a dream. He won the Daytona 500, and he did. I'm just here celebrating, man.
Yeah, well, I know.
Can I say one more thing? Woo! God, I can't believe it's over. Now, let me ask you a question, Daryl. How much better does 1 for 463 sound than 0 for 462? That ain't nothing.
It sounds a whole lot better.
People hung up on my record, I don't care. But I do know this. Me and my brother have both won the Daytona 500.
That's right, brother. That's right, brother. Tell them about it.
To all my
Get
crew,
up on that
Richie
car and
Gilmore.
tell them about it.
Golly, Scott Eggleston, there's so many people, Dick. I know you can't go on and on, but I'm going to have lots of time to thank people. Mama, I love you, Mama. I wish you were here. And my dad, golly, if my dad was here, it'd be complete. This is a day that the Lord has made, and I'm proud. And I never gave up. You know, you can't win if you give up. I didn't care how many 0-4s I was. I showed up every Sunday and did my job. And today, I had enough help to win one of these things.
Man, Michael, you know how much money you won?
There ain't no telling.
$1 million. You won $1 million. You are a millionaire.
The last time I won a lot of money, I won the Winston. It paid $200,000. I got half of that. I said, I'm going to build my mom and daddy a house. That cost $100 grand. The government got half of mine. I went 50 grand in the hole. So I'm not going to make any promises today. But I know one thing. I can't believe it. And I owe it all, or most of it, to Dale Jr. He helped me a lot. And his daddy, too. I saw him back there fighting them off. I know that they're both real proud of me, their driver, but more importantly, this team that they threw together in a few months. And then they hired me to drive it, and people are like, why did he do that? He must really like him. Well, this is why he did it, because I knew I could do this job.
I did, too. I'm right there for you, boy. I love you, buddy.
Mike Joy, take it.
Michael Waltrip.
Go on down there and have yourself a big old time.
Michael Waltrip has won the Daytona 500 behind him. The big crash ensued on the final lap. Here's the way they came across the line. Behind Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Rusty Wallace third, Ricky Rudd fourth, pole sitter Bill Elliott fifth. Mike Wallace, Sterling Marlin, Bobby Hamilton, Jeremy Mayfield, and outside pole sitter Stacy Compton. Joe Nemechek on the lead lap. Now, Earnhardt and Schrader did not complete the final lap, so they're scored at 199 laps, along with Robert Presley, Brett Bodine, Kyle Petty, and on back through the rest of the field. These results are unofficial.
Again, most of these cars we're seeing back here was involved in that big 17-car wreck there with about 25 laps to go.
And as excited as I am for Michael and as proud as I am of him, I'm praying for Dale. He's back down there, and they're still working down there, so we need to worry about him.
From Michael Waltrip's onboard camera, let's look at that final lap.
You in the 8, baby. You in the 8. You in the 8.
Chuck Joyce, Michael Scott.
Come on. You in the 8. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Go Waltrip. I love you, man. Woo!
That's Buffy. And
we'll be right back to Daytona with more after this. You're watching NASCAR on Fox.
Play the Pep Boys 80th anniversary instant win game and win $80? No, $800. Oh, heck. $80,000. One of over 50,000 instant prizes at Pep Boys. Pick up your game piece today.
Whether you drive a car, truck, van, or SUV, Pep Boys has your tires. Like 35,000-mile tires, 4 for only $99. And 55,000-mile Futuras, 4 for $159. Pep Boys, cars like us, people love us.
4 identical cars. 4 identical engines. Only one running on new Haviland, our latest triumph in Haviland motor oil technology. And what difference does that make? Not only do you get unsurpassed performance, but tests show that with new Haviland under the hood, you get better gas mileage. Haviland, add more life to your car.
Conseco, NASCAR's official financial services provider. Step up.
Hey, Dale, what's the 4-letter word for farm wagon?
Need a ride? Pick up specially marked Coke and you could win a ride with one of the Coke Racing family drivers. Plus, race tickets and passes to the Coca-Cola Racing Family Reunion.
Weeknights is totally NASCAR, your exclusive all-access garage pass. A full 30 minutes of NASCAR news and highlights. Weeknights at 6 on Fox Sports Net.
Michael Waltrip has won the Daytona 500 Chevy. Congratulates Michael and the number 15 Monte Carlo on its big win today. And he'll tell you the only thing that comes close to Monte Carlo's reputation on the track is its reputation on the street. Monte Carlo, more champions depend on Chevy, will be there. Ken Schrader climbed from his car after that turn 3 crash. Dale Earnhardt was removed from his car, and you see the ambulance transporting him directly to Halifax Medical Center in Daytona Beach, which fortunately is but 2 miles from the Speedway. That's all the news we have. If we don't get a further update on Earnhardt's condition during our telecast, tune into Victory Lane at 9 p.m. on Fox Sports Net tonight.
Darryl, looked like when Rusty run up there through the middle, it maybe just took the air off Dale's spoiler and got him loose. I don't think anybody got into him at all.
Sterling may have gotten into him just a teeny bit and got him headed up the hill. It's hard to say.
Here's the onboard view.
Those kind of licks are the worst kind. They're sudden.
Inside, inside, inside. Rewind, inside, inside, inside. Detail.
See, he never had a chance. Plus, Schrader was riding him into the wall. So you get the impact of not only one car, but 2 cars. Looks like right there.
Maybe right there, Sterling did get into him.
Sterling got into him, and here he goes.
Yes.
And, man, he's being, not only is he going into the wall, but he's got Schrader riding in there with him.
Yeah.
So,
and lucky they didn't take another 6 cars with them.
Yeah, but that's, I don't like that. That's not the kind of crash. That's the kind of crash that hurts you.
Jeannie?
It's just someone runs into someone for no reason. That's all. I mean, that's, you know, the rules are fantastic. They've really got a good rules package.
Kenny, let me ask you, I know you've been thrown this question several times and you're just getting out of the care center, but you made your way over to Dale's situation. What's going on there?
I don't really know. I'm not a doctor. I mean, I got the heck out of the way as soon as they got there.
And how about yourself? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just thinking about Dale and them guys.
Can you take us through those final
I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, we was all crashing. It was started behind me, but I got part of it.
Thanks for the time.
After seeing what happened today, is this kind of...
Ken Schrader was headed for perhaps a top 5 finish. Wrapped up with Dale Earnhardt in the turn 3 wall. While Earnhardt's driver, Michael Waltrip, celebrates, Dale Earnhardt rides the back of an ambulance to the Halifax Medical Center. That's the irony of Daytona.
It is. It's the emotions of this sport. It's what we always fear. That big wreck we had is what we fear. That wasn't as bad. Those cars tumbling around like that, as bad as that looks, they're losing energy. Parts flying off of them. They're coming to a stop. But that sudden stop head on into the wall, that's a driver's worst nightmare.
Next week, NASCAR on Fox continues at Rockingham, North Carolina. You'll see qualifying on Fox Sports Net Saturday, the Busch Series race, and NASCAR final practice on FX. Now next Sunday, NASCAR This Morning on Fox Sports Net, the Winston Cup race here on Fox, and NASCAR Victory Lane every Sunday night on Fox Sports Net. Tonight on Fox, Futurama, followed by King of the Hill, The Simpsons with Kelsey Grammer, Malcolm in the Middle, and The X-Files. That's the primetime lineup tonight on Fox. Let's go back down to the studio. Chris Myers.
All right, it's the kind of day that a motion picture could certainly cover here. Michael Waltrip becomes the 6th driver in history to have his first victory, the Daytona 500, 462 races without a win, and comes away with the victory. Jeff, a dramatic day for Michael Waltrip.
Very dramatic, and my heart goes out to Dale Earnhardt. He and I have been good friends for a long time, and I'm really hoping everything's going to be all right for him. My congratulations to Michael. My pick. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. I'm really proud of you. And, Kim, we can't say enough about what we saw today.
Yeah, a couple of thoughts as we get down to the end of today. William Manchester has written that true heroism is not based on a single incident, but is built on courage and commitment in the face of the unknown and potential danger over time, a term, a career. Heroes are those who are unwavering to their callings, said William Manchester. So we've seen a winner today, a young hero named Michael Waltrip in his 463rd start, who once said, "No one owes me anything in this sport. I've been close, I've been competitive, so I'm proud of these things. I love driving these cars, and I want to do it for a long time to come." The voice of a hero. And the interesting thing is, these heroes are not only today, but they are for Rockingham next week and Las Vegas the week after. That is the mark of a true race and a true hero.
It only happens once a year, and real NASCAR fans know the truth. Nothing beats being there. This is your chance to experience NASCAR Winston Cup racing. Live and in person on Sunday, April 29th, the Napa Auto Parts 500 weekend at California Speedway. Call 1-800-944-RACE for tickets. 1-800-944-RACE. California Speedway. Live the race.
Home to the World Series, the NASCAR Winston Cup Series, and next January, Super Bowl 36. This has been a presentation of Fox Sports.
And now with the Dirt for You show.
To Star Sunday, NASCAR lost a legend. Dale Earnhardt, arguably the greatest driver in his sports history, died during the running of the Daytona 500. Earnhardt, who 3 years ago won this race, was killed during the final lap when his number 3 car crashed nose first into the wall, traveling close to 180 miles per hour. In an ironic twist, Earnhardt the aggressor became Earnhardt the protector. He spent the final laps trying to ensure that Michael Waltrip, who was driving a car owned by Earnhardt, would win, which he did. Earnhardt was already dead before his son Dale Jr. could arrive at the ambulance. Dale Earnhardt was just 2 months shy of his 50th birthday.
Welcome to SportsCenter with Stuart Scott. I'm Dan Patrick. Coming up, we'll bring you the day and night in sports, but we begin with the obvious somber note.
Yeah, at the Daytona International Speedway, where the man who's won more races there than any driver in history loses when it counts most. Dale Earnhardt bidding for a second Daytona 500 checkered flag. And what he hoped would start a season to win a record 8 points championship died in a last lap crash. Scott Van Pelt has more from Daytona.
After a crash in the final lap of the 43rd running of the Daytona 500, which at least on television didn't appear to be life-threatening, Dale Earnhardt was brought here to the Halifax Medical Center, where the news came down at 5:16 Eastern Time that the man who had dominated the Speedway like none other, with 34 victories including the 1998 Daytona 500, had lost his life.
This is undoubtedly one of the toughest announcements that I've ever personally had to make. But after the accident in Turn 4 at the end of the Daytona 500, we've lost Dale Earnhardt.
He arrived to the hospital at 16:54. The full trauma resuscitation was attempted for about a little over 20 minutes, at which time he was placed on a ventilator. Multiple IV lines were given, IV fluids, chest tubes, various diagnostic tests. He never showed any signs of life and subsequently was pronounced dead by all the physicians in attendance.
NASCAR has lost its greatest driver ever, and I personally have lost a great friend. And that's Bill Francis' quote, and I think that pretty well sums it up for the NASCAR community right now.
Dr. Bohannon indicated that Earnhardt suffered massive head trauma. An autopsy will be performed on Monday to determine the exact cause of death of the 7-time Winston Cup champion. In Daytona Beach, Florida, I'm Scott Van Pelt, ESPN.
Scott, thank you. ESPN's Mike Massaro joins us now. Mike, NASCAR lost 3 drivers last year, and every driver knows this is always a possibility every time you get in a car. But is it somehow different now with Dale?
Absolutely. To draw a comparison to other sports, and I don't think I'm overstating this, Dale Earnhardt was NASCAR's equivalent to, say, Michael Jordan or a Tiger Woods. He was a 7-time champion. He was 6th on the all-time win list with 76 victories, and after so many years behind the wheel of a race car, nobody ever expected this would happen.
The irony is he died on the track where he won 34 races, more than any driver ever won at Daytona. Another irony, for once, Dale wasn't fighting for the win himself. He was actually trying to help out his teammates.
Yep, anybody who knows anything about Dale Earnhardt knows that he's about one thing, and that is about winning. But today, it looked a little bit different on that closing lap. He was running 3rd, and it would appear that he had a chance for victory. But instead, it almost looked like he slowed down and created a 3-wide pack for the 3rd position, while at the same time his son Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his new partner Michael Waltrip diced it up for the victory in the Daytona 500. It almost looked like he knew that those 2 drivers had more to gain by a win in today's Daytona 500 than he did.
Mike, Dale was always his own man. He called the restrictor plates that NASCAR used. He said those were for sissies, and he refused to use the new Hans device. It's a head and neck brace. What is the brace exactly, and is there a chance that if he had worn it, he might have survived this?
Well, it's tough to say, Stuart, whether or not this would have saved his life, but the Hans device is an accessory that attaches to the helmet and to the back of the seat to prevent head and neck movement forward in the case of a violent crash. It seems ironic as well that I spoke with Dale Earnhardt about this very issue just 2 weeks ago at Las Vegas during a test. I asked him whether or not he would experiment with it, and he simply said, no, it's not comfortable. I don't like it. Some of the younger drivers have been able to get used to it, but Dale Earnhardt had been doing this for so long that he did not want to change a thing.
76 career checkered flags for Dale Earnhardt. Mike, we appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
4 years ago, Dale Earnhardt survived a horrific-looking crash at the Daytona 500. As he was being helped into the ambulance, Earnhardt said he realized his car still had tires. So he got out of the ambulance, back into his car, and drove off. On Sunday, Earnhardt was helped back into the ambulance, only this time he didn't get out on his own. Our coverage continues with our RPM Tonight team of Whit Watson and Dr. Jerry Punch.
Doctor, first of all, thank you very much for taking the time. I know how difficult this is because you're very close to the family. But if you could, try to put into words what the loss will mean to the racing world.
Well, I'm not sure you can. I'm having a hard time just finding the words right now because Dale Earnhardt is, it's hard to say was, but was one of my best friends for many, many years. You know, it's ironic that people talk about Dale Earnhardt and how selfish he was on the racetrack, how much he cared about himself on the racetrack because he was a winner and he wanted to win when he buckled that helmet on. But those of us who knew him knew that he was really a very, very unselfish individual off the racetrack. And the irony is that today, for the first time that I can remember, and I've known this man a long, long time, you saw him be very, very unselfish in those final few laps. He had a car that could have made a move, in my opinion. Following this sport for 20 years. He could have pulled up in front of Sterling Marlin, maybe Kenny Schrader, probably drafted by and won his second Daytona 500. But what he did in those final laps was what a father would do for a son. Ironically, that was his son right in front of him, Dale Earnhardt Jr., or what a brother would do for a brother. And Michael Waltrip was like the little brother that he didn't have. And he stayed there and ran 185 mile per hour screen as a pick, and he kept Sterling Marlin back there and Kenny Schrader and those guys who didn't get a chance to get up there and fight for the win, so that his two people in front of him, his son and one of his best friends, Michael Waltrip, who he had given a chance, did have a chance. And so it was very, very unselfish of Dale Earnhardt. And it's a move that many of us who've known him for years would understand. But it's very difficult now to understand because he's gone.
Now, Doctor, again, we want to stress that we do not have the full details of the injuries to Dale Earnhardt and what precisely caused his death. But in light of the recent stories regarding safety in NASCAR and in all forms of racing, there's been talk about the Hans device, which is now mandatory on ovals in kart, also mandatory in F1 racing. Do we now need to take, yet again, a closer look at issues of safety, protecting the drivers in stock car racing?
Well, I mean, in my opinion, NASCAR racing is the safest form of racing in all of sports, all of motorsports. There's nothing safer than those race cars and inch and three-quarter roll bar tubing. We saw Jeffrey Bodine's horrific tumble at Daytona last year in the truck race. We saw a tumble for Tony Stewart today, an 18-car crash in the Daytona 500. The drivers walked away. Stewart was taken to the hospital and checked out, and basically is going to be okay. What you can't predict is what happened with Dale Earnhardt, what we saw happen with Neil Bonnet a few years ago, what happened with Ernie Irvin at Michigan back in 1994, the abrupt right-hand turn up into the wall and almost head-on collision, that deceleration. In my opinion, I mean, the Hans device is a great device, and it's very difficult to talk about safety devices when we're talking about the loss of someone that we all cared about so much. But I'm not so sure the Hans device or anything at that point in time would, even as safe as these cars are, would have made that much different with that kind of massive deceleration at 185 miles an hour. Because typically you get a fracture involving in the head, and those are not survivable injuries. The injuries that are the accidents that look the worst, and people say it didn't look that bad, but the injuries that are the ones that are the survivable are the violent tumbles, because those are the ones where you dissipate enough injury and you may have a broken bone or two and a concussion, but these are the bad ones, the ones where you suddenly stop and veer directly into a wall.
Dr. Jerry Punch, again, I know it's been a very difficult day for you. Thank you very much for your time. A very difficult day for all of us in the racing world. We have lost a great champion, and of course, much more on this later.
Gentlemen, thank you. They called him the Intimidator. They called him Ironhead even before they removed a piece of chisel that stuck in his head while working on a race car back in 1976. No one ever drove harder, without fear. But no one enjoyed a win more than Dale Earnhardt did when he finally won the Daytona 500 in '98 after 19 unsuccessful attempts. And when he started spinning donuts in the infield afterwards, the Intimidator was nothing more than a happy-go-lucky teenager. Mike Gleason has more on the life of the guy who drove the number 3 car.
Is a champion of the Daytona 500.
The Intimidator. I remember my first year down at IROC in Daytona, and he was standing by one of the trucks, and he's got his glasses on, and he's got his arms crossed, and he's just watching everybody walk by and stuff, and I went up and stood next to him, and oh, what are you doing? And he goes, I'm just looking at everybody.
Dale Earnhardt was born to stock car racing in Kannapolis, North Carolina in 1951. His father, Ralph, was the 1956 NASCAR Sportsman Division champion and a popular man in the Winston Cup garage. Ralph died in 1973 while working on his car. For Dale, racing wasn't a way of life. It was life.
That's all I ever knew. I never did play ball. I never did do anything much in school other than hurried and got home and seen what was going on with the race cars, and it was a unique childhood, and that's why I think the love of racing and my drive to race was so strong when I started is that's what I knew, that's what I grew up doing, and it's just it's like I knew how to do it before. When I sat down in a race car, it was just natural.
As natural as it was very unrefined. When he arrived on the Winston Cup circuit full-time in 1979, he ruffled more than a few feathers and bent his fair share of sheet metal.
Very, very creep, like a diamond in the rough.
It's one of those deals where you see some of them coming and you say, if he makes it, he's going to be okay. But if he keeps driving like this, he ain't going to make it.
I got into Richard at Martinsville. I remember one race that I got into the side of Richard going in one, but I did it from about 10 cars back from where I started, and I passed like 5 or 6 cars getting in the corner to get to Richard Petty. And I didn't do it to get to Richard Petty, but just Richard was in the way when I got there.
He tolerated it. The owners tolerated the wrecks and all that stuff, and some of the drivers tolerated some of the stuff that he did at that time, and it all worked out.
I was listening when they were scolding me. Richard Petty, too, when he was scolding me about driving over the curb into the side of his race car.
He was listening, and he was learning. In 1980, Earnhardt became the first driver to win Rookie of the Year and the Winston Cup Championship in back-to-back seasons. After driving for Rod Osterlund and Bud Moore, Earnhardt signed on with former independent driver Richard Childress. The early going was rough, but a dynasty was in the making.
84 was a little bit of a tough year. 85 was even a tougher year. We blew up a lot of engines. I think we won a race or two both years, but Richard told me, he said, man, this is not really working out, and you're a champion. You know, if you want to go do something else, feel free to. And I said, no, man, we'll stick this thing out. Well, we had 85 was a tough year. We turned the corner in 86, won a championship, and then we just went from there up. It just was amazing.
From 1986 to 1994, Earnhardt and Childress won 6 championships in 48 races. They had the best pit crew. They won on short tracks, they won on speedways, and Earnhardt's ability to master the draft became legend. The result was a fan frenzy and marketing machine that the sport has never seen. He copyrighted his name and signature and turned souvenir sales into a standalone booming business. His career was like an all-comers meet, beating the likes of Yarborough and Petty, to Wallace and Elliott. Fans either loved him or hated him. There was no middle ground.
Dale Earnhardt came along when Richard Petty was going out. And we needed greatly a new superstar, and became a different kind of a hero than Richard Petty was. Became the Intimidator, the Man in Black, and sold a lot of tickets for us and got a lot of TV ratings up there.
But the Intimidator's Achilles heel was Daytona. He had won there more than any driver in history, but never in the Daytona 500. In 1998, on the 20th try, the sport's biggest star finally took the sport's biggest prize.
Been here a lot. This is the greatest time I've ever had in Victory Lane right here. This is it.
The Earnhardt name has gone from the dirt tracks of North Carolina to the title of a multi-million-dollar racing corporation.
To win the championships and race against Petty and people that he raced against, and Yarborough and Pearson and these guys, it's pretty unique, pretty awesome thing. All I can remember or think about is that he would have enjoyed this so much as what we've accomplished and what we've done, and enjoyed the things I've done over time. And I'd like for him to have been along the whole ride. It would have been neat.
Dale Earnhardt won 7 career Winston Cup titles, tying him with Richard Petty for most all-time. His 76 career wins ranked 6th all-time, as he won at least 1 race in 20 of 22 full-time seasons. The 1979 Rookie of the Year led over 25,000 laps in his career.
As for the race itself, 195,000 in attendance for the 43rd running, 174th lap. Ward Burton gets loose off the turn, hits Tony Stewart. Stewart hits the wall and then flips a couple of times, causing a chain reaction. 19 cars involved in the crash, including 8 of last year's top 10 points leaders. Miraculously, nobody was seriously hurt. Look at it again, and you will see Tony Stewart will roll, get airborne, and then hits his teammate Bobby Labonte, last year's Winston Cup points champion. Labonte's car would go up in flames. Watch and listen to Mark Martin's view of this crash.
It's the outside wall real hard. Gets hit again, and takes out.
Seems like it takes minutes, but it's only a couple of seconds. Labonte escapes from his flaming car. Steve Park showing his displeasure. Tony Stewart was okay, but did suffer a concussion.
and the red flag came out. 13 laps to go. Michael Waltrip driving in a car owned by Dale Earnhardt Sr., followed by Dale Earnhardt Jr. Michael Waltrip's wife, Buffy, praying, finding it hard to watch. Waltrip in the lead, and you will look in the distance. Earnhardt Sr.'s crash as Waltrip will win the Daytona 500 as they head down the final stretch. Darrell Waltrip, Michael's older brother and a Daytona 500 winner himself, enjoying the win. Buffy will celebrate on board with an excited Michael Waltrip. What a long, long trip it's been. First Winston Cup win in 463 starts. Waltrip driving the car owned by Earnhardt ended a 15-year victory drought by Edging Jr. There were a total of 49 lead changes, or 40 more than last year's race. Waltrip, who led 27 laps Sunday, had led only 11 laps in 14 previous Daytona 500s. Dale Earnhardt finished 12th. Waltrip becomes the 6th driver and first since Sterling Marlin back in '94 to make the Daytona 500 his first career Winston Cup victory. For Waltrip, it's his 6th top 10 in 15 career Daytona 500 starts. Still to come on the program, the nation's top-ranked team was coming off an 8-day layoff when it visited Clemson. Would the Heels look rusty?
And Jason Kidd, what's the question? There is no question, only an answer.
And we will rekindle memories of last year's NBA Finals as the Lakers and Pacers square off in a game that goes down to the final.